I seriously don't know where I'm going.
I don't know either, because I've never gone this direction. But I tried maybe there. Hey! Hey, Joe!
Hey, Nick.
Hey, we're at Chuckwalla.
Are we?
We are.
I want to go the slow lane.
Slow lane behind is M3, and that other M3, and that Viper ECR, and that GT3. That makes sense.
Yeah, seems like a slow lane. Never driven this track. Never watched a video. I've only watched like one video. Have no idea what to expect.
Yeah, so this is Chuckwalla, but we're doing counterclockwise, which neither Joe or I have ever done before. So this is a new experience to both of us. Now, I've been to Chuckwalla a couple times, but it was always clockwise. So I know what the track looks like, but this layout is totally new to me.
I've not driven this track. I haven't driven my car for 8.6 Cup settings in a while, so I don't even know how it's going to act, but it should be good.
Yeah, so while we're so this is the first time we're trying this new little experiment, and that's to do a podcast on a racetrack, which I haven't seen anybody do before. So that sounded kind of fun and like a terrible idea that can only end perfectly. So that's what we're doing. So I'll tell you what I know about the track. This is called the Bowl. I told you about this on the drive up here. It's really highly banked, really high speed, and now because we're going backwards, we're going to go into, this is my favorite part of the track. It's this really high speed, high elevation change S-turn that's also blind. Now going the other way, you come onto that after a really long straightaway, so you got a ton of speed. I have no idea how much speed we're going to have come out of the bowl, so it's a totally different thing. Now, we're going into another weird section of the track. People call this a cyclone. It's also going to be blind. Oh,
There's all much more stuff back there?
Yeah, sure.
I asked him to get it out.
It's
well then.
Fine, maybe.
No, it's not. There's bottles and stuff. Okay, we're going to make a quick pit stop here. Your stuff's still in my trunk.
What stuff?
I thought you grabbed it out already. We good?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Joe, we're at Chuckwalla.
Yeah.
Just a minor mishap in the previous attempt, but everything was fine. Everything is totally fine. This guy has absolutely no idea where he's going, and neither do we. So like we were saying, first time ever here.
Yep.
This is first time for either of us seeing this layout of the track. For your first time seeing Chuckwalla at all. And we're just going to go out and try to figure this track out.
Is there still something in the back?
I'm looking, but I'm not seeing. Oh! Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. What is it?
It's the cooler.
Huh?
It's the cooler.
God damn it.
It's fine. I don't think it's going anywhere. And also we have a roll cage to protect us. Hey, this is way slower than you think it is. Like way slower than you think it is. And then it's a crest and it's blind and it's tight to the right.
Some slippy. I got a tight bar behind me. He's probably driven this track where I have.
Yeah, maybe he knows where he's going. Now this is relatively tight and then it kind of opens up, but it's kind of like one big left-hander. And I think you'll be able to just sort of slowly increase speed the whole way out. And then it's kind of another one of those, but to the right. Where like this is the tightest part of it, but it's really long. Now this braking zone I think is going to be really interesting when we're like really up to speed, because you have to kind of transition from right to left while braking. And then it comes into this kind of sort of double apexy left-hander. Corvette off.
There's a Corvette off. Hi. Okay, we can pass, guys. Jesus Christ, this is Vance Group. You guys should pass.
I'm really curious what the quickest way through this chicane is going to be. I think it's way faster than everybody thinks it is. We just got to figure out exactly where to position the car. Okay, late apex, slow down more. Keep it left, keep it left, keep it left, keep it left. Now transition over.
Nobody has any idea where they're going.
I'm going around this tight bar, I know that much.
God, going the direction those curves are not nearly quite so mean as that. How's the car feeling?
Loose.
Loose.
Loose, and that cooler is annoying me.
What cooler? I don't know what you mean.
Uh-huh.
Try to keep it lower. There's more grip on the bottom. I'm pretty sure once you turn in here, you can be wide open. I mean, when there's not a Corvette in your face.
Yeah, if there's not a Corvette in my way, I'm sure I can.
All right, well, now that we kind of know where we're going, tell me a little bit about your car, Joe. Which isn't actually your car.
It's not my car. It's my wife's car. I've just effectively stolen it because none of my cars run.
And why is that, Joe? Why do none of your cars run?
Because I like broken Toyotas.
This is the only Toyota Joe owns that has the engine that it's supposed to, which is in fact a Subaru engine. And somehow, I guess that's the Konami code for a Joe smashed vehicle to still run. Later Apex, late.
Yeah, I'm losing throttle time there.
So tell me what you've done to this car. Obviously I know, but we're trying to record a thing here. So tell me what you've done to this car.
It's got a nice header and tune setup, running E85, making a little under 200 horsepower. It's got annex suspension, which I've been helping develop with the owners of the company. It's got fixed control arms all the way around in the rear. Got a Cusco 1.5 way LSD. That's about it. It's minus a TC Design roll bar with harnesses.
So it's pretty much just a stock FRS, just with the basic bolt-ons.
Yep, it's got a nice little brake setup that I've been working on. I'm still tweaking that a little bit, but overall it's just kind of a more or less mild FRS compared to some of the other builds. But next year it's going supercharged, so
How much power does it make?
right now it's making 190. Next year we'll be making a little over 300.
So less than that.
Yes, it's still less than that.
So today, what's going on? Why are you here today?
We're here today. Wanted to try a new track I've never driven before, even though it's a nice 9-hour trek from NorCal. But we're here for 8-6 Cup with Speed Ventures. I've been running with them for a majority of the season. I take part in all the 8-6 Drive Challenge in NorCal, 2 separate series, but sometimes they have joint events. But this weekend is particularly just 8-6 Cup. And I'm in the touring class or modified class down here.
Yeah, and to get your car into that class, it's not exactly the trim that you prefer, is it?
Yes, it's not. The rule set's a little different between NorCal and SoCal, but it's fine. It makes it entertaining. A lot of great drivers down here. One of my buddies from NorCal, Kevin Schweigert, he comes down here. Me and him have had great battles at both 8-6 Drive Challenge and 8-6 Cup. So it's definitely, fun to come down here with some friends from NorCal. I got Matt Belter and Tor Anderson down here as well from NorCal, so we're making a good day out of it.
So the car, you had to take the wing off.
Yes.
And you had to go from, normally what tires do you use?
Normally I use either a Yokohama AO52 or a Nankang AR1, or, I vary it up. I try different stuff.
But pretty grippy stuff. And right now we're on a Maxxis RC1, which I like the tire. It's just not nearly as grippy as something like an AR1.
It's not. This is their newer compound, and it is a lot better than the previous one. I've been giving feedback to Maxxis. I've been running them for a few events now. These particular ones are on their 3rd or 4th day right now, so not optimal to bring out here for a brand new trek, but at the same time, it's like, this is my first time here. I'm not trying to bring stickies out, like fresh stickies. I'm going to work with what we got and see how we do.
Yeah, if you're watching this, you probably noticed Joe sawing at the wheel quite a bit. The car is a little bit looser than normal, with no rear wing and no changes to the suspension to match the no rear wing. So not only have we lost some rear downforce due to the rule differences, but we're also on a less grippy tire than Joe would normally be on. So the car is a little bit wobbly.
Yep. Well, we're going to make some changes. We got time before our next one, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. Well, that was our first time seeing the track. Overall impression?
Overall impression is I like it. I need to get the car set up a little bit better, and then I'll really fall into the groove, I feel like. This track does have a nice flow to it. The couple of blind turns make it interesting, but very similar to some of the other corners that we have in NorCal. So once I'm confident where the car is, I know I'll be able to take it at a much higher speed.
Yeah, Chuckwalla kind of makes me think of Thunder Hill.
Yes, I would agree with that.
It's smooth, it's flowy, it relatively like mid to high speed, nothing really very low speed out here.
Yeah. This track is very smooth. I will happily drive down here. I'm not a fan of necessarily driving to one of the other SoCal tracks because it's the surface of the moon. I won't say which one, but I'm sure most people know.
It's Willow Springs. He's talking about Willow Springs.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, we're going to do some setup changes and get back out there.
Cool. Well, Joe, thanks for doing this with me. This is a fun new little experiment. I'd like to go jump into some other cars and see if I can get people to talk while driving.
Alrighty, we'll
Thanks
do
for
it.
being number one.
Yep.